Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's tutorial, the best way to grind the art of becoming a better pilot. In today's tutorial, I want to make the case to you that the best way to grind is actually not to grind. I know a lot of people these days are looking for short-term success and will focus on getting a plane or wanting to get somewhere as quick as possible with the least amount of effort, but I want to make the case to you here that this is not the way to long-term success in War Thunder, and eventually also not the best way to grind. For this though, you have to make a paradigm shift in your perspective on War Thunder, and that has to go from short-term goals where you look at a plane or something you want to get in game, grind a tree out or something like that, and you have to change that perspective to something long term and actually having the focus of your progress lay with yourself and your development as a pilot, both in the skill department as in the tactical department, and in the end that will be your best guarantee for success. Now there is a lot of things that are connected to that, both in the short term goals which have a few problems connected to them, big problems actually, I would say, both for the person themselves, the pilot or the tanker, and for the game, and the long-term goals, which could actually not only make progression for the individual pilot better, but also for the game itself. Now, let's first take a look at these short-term goals and how you can achieve them and why this has problems. Most of the best way to grind videos will tell you to focus on certain planes in the trees, get a talisman on that, or get a premium plane even, and work that plane until you get to the next tier, then jump into another plane and work your way through the tree that way. They will also often give you advice and dubious tactics like diving, bombing a target and then jaying out, because it is the most time effective and you will get the most silver lions and the most research points in this and that amount of time. That is incorrect in the long term, and if you go for long-term success, you will in the end also gain more short-term success, and I will explain to you why. Not only is this tactic boring and repetitive and will often get you burned out and leave the game anyway because you get disgruntled with your progress or with the way you're flying, because you are not really learning anything while you fly this way, and you are not progressing as a pilot with these tactics. You are progressing with your line, but you are often bored, you are tired of the plane, and you will lag behind other pilots that are actually focusing on themselves, and this has a lot of stagnation involved with it in your skill progression as a pilot, which eventually does make you burn out because you cannot compete with other players around you, and the tactics you employ do not teach you to do so. They will get you the plane that you want though, but when you do eventually get to that end goal and you have grinded this way through the tree, you don't actually know how to use that plane, and then when trying to fly the plane that you actually wanted to get, you will get very disappointed and it will make you burn out. It will either make you go on a long break from War Thunder, or it will actually make you leave the game and focus on other projects again, making you actually fail at the game in the end. So I would definitely not recommend you to follow these kind of tactics to maximize your SL and RP gains and believing that that is actually the best way to grind the tree, because there's a lot of downsides involved with that. It will also, because of your lack of skill development, make you start complaining about battle ratings, about OP planes. It will keep you low skilled, and it will eventually, maybe, depending on what kind of person you are, move you to become toxic in your behavior, getting you to kill steal, team kill, and potentially jaying out as well. Now that is all pretty problematic, both for the game itself and for your game enjoyment. And you will see that there are several things in the long-term goals that is not in this way that I have just described, and that are actually vital for your enjoyment of this game. Now, instead of all the stuff that I have just mentioned, and the way you can definitely degrade in the game because of employing these tactics, this is also the reason why I think many of these best way to grind videos are actually counterproductive and are very likely to get you to leave the game sooner than if you would focus on your personal progression as a pilot. Let's go to that. Your personal development as a pilot should be key in my long-term goal idea. You have to be central in this. This is a very much skill-based game, and your progression as a pilot is key to your success in War Thunder. You've got to work on a skill every single day. What do I want to look at today? Situational awareness, positioning, decision making, maneuvers, controlling the plane, elevator turns, rudder control, all that. Yes, there is so much to learn in this game. If you're for short-term success only, then you gotta think twice, because this game takes time to master. It takes time and effort, but it's all the more rewarding. Also, if you have a plane unlocked, this has got to become a very unimportant part of the game. You select the plane, you know that you're getting that, but you want to forget it. You want to focus on what is really important, and that is you, yourself, and your skills as a pilot, your tactical understanding of the game, and your control of the plane. Next to that, you want to look at your fun factor. This is very important. Always fly what you feel like in the game. Don't focus on that plane that you have to use to have the most perfect progression on the other vehicle that you're trying to unlock. That is detrimental to your fun factor, and you want to have your fun factor as high as possible. So you want to fly as much what you feel like. What also might help with that is flying in a squadron with other people. This can be lots of fun as well, whether it's in a squadron or with your friends. That is something that is up to you. I would also recommend you to fly multiple nations at once for variety. If you are tired or not doing well with a certain kind of plane, you can go to another nation and fly the other plane that you were working on in that tree. It helped me a lot. I've played this game for 5 years. I have never taken a break. I've only played this game almost exclusively, with a few other games on the side throughout the years, but I've been focused very much on this, and there rarely has a month gone by where I've missed more than a few days of flying. You also want to make sure that you discover other modes. Maybe, there's differences, there's different enjoyments in RB, SB and AB, and having these different modes to your available to you will make it more fun as well, and will give you more variety in the game. So the end goal in game should very much change from getting a tree unlocked or getting a certain plane towards how can I become the best pilot I can be, or the best tanker I can be in War Thunder, and what will I work on today, and get a clear picture of what you still bad at, what you want to develop, and what you want to work on next. And that way you will develop as a pilot, and you will become an excellent pilot without burning out, without taking long breaks, and without quitting the game or becoming toxic, complaining about battle ratings, complaining about OP planes, staying low skilled, toxic behavior. You can avoid all that by making the War Thunder experience about you, yourself, and your development as a pilot. And this is key. It is not only key for you, it will also help the game evolve more, because you will be another positive vibe in the game that will create positivity and will keep other players playing as well. So I would definitely recommend you to change this, become engrossed and dedicated to the true best way to grind, and that is the art of becoming a better pilot or tanker. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.